The Ukraine-Russia conflict will probably end at some point, but what will not easily end is the major refugee crisis and the hardships that millions of refugees from Ukraine are facing. Several countries around the world have come forward to help or host these displaced Ukrainians. But as far as Indians are concerned, how do they perceive this situation? Are Indians ready to accept them? So in this episode, let's see how Indians would treat a female refugee from Ukraine who is displaced, confused, terrified and has no money. What country do you support when it comes to this Ukraine-Russia conflict? Ukraine or Russia?
Ma'am, if you can ask, Russia is our friend, ma'am. India's friend. So we'll support Russia only. But if you go through the human beings, we definitely will support to the Ukraine, ma'am.
Okay. So personally, would you be keen to help a Ukrainian refugee?
Yeah, definitely I will help them because right now they are in trouble because Russia is attacking on them, and so we need that key. If somebody want help, so we will appreciate and we have them very open hands. Yeah.
Okay.
Right now I support Ukraine because they are in trouble, and Russia is very big country, so they are obviously they have more power, so that's why Ukraine needs support, and as an Indian I want to support them.
हमारा जो इंडिया है ना, हमारे इंडिया का कल्चर ही ऐसा है सर, दूसरे देशों की हेल्प करना। यहाँ पे मतलब हर व्यक्ति एक दूसरे इंसान की हेल्प करता है सर। तो अगर वो आएंगे, हमारे देश में आएंगे, और इंडिया की संस्कृति यही है सर हेल्प करना, तो डेफिनेटली हम हेल्प करेंगे उनकी।
देखो, बीइंग इंडियन अगर पूछा जाए मेरे से, तो 1971 वॉर के अंदर या कभी भी इंडिया के अंदर ऐसे कोई क्राइसिस हुए हैं जहाँ हमें दूसरी कंट्रीज़ को हम पे अटैक किया था, और रशिया ने हमें एक लॉयल फ्रेंड की तरह हमेशा सपोर्ट करा है, तो वहाँ मैं रशिया को सपोर्ट करूँगा। लेकिन ह्यूमैनिटी ग्राउंड्स पे देखा जाए तो हाँ, लग रहा है कि रशिया थोड़ा गलत कर रहा है। अगर सारी कंट्रीज उसके अगेंस्ट जा रही है तो वो तो इंडिया का कल्चर ही ऐसा है कि यहाँ कोई भी आएगा तो हम उसकी हेल्प करेंगे, अतिथि देवो भव, और खासकर जब मुसीबत में हो तो उसमें तो हम ज़्यादा ही हेल्प करते हैं। ये तो हमारा ट्रेडिशन सदियों से चला आ रहा है, तो उसको तो हम फॉलो करते हैं बीइंग इंडियन, और वैसा ही करेंगे।
Many Indians said that they were more than ready to help Ukrainians during these difficult times. But as they say, seeing is believing, right? So our team and I decided to see for ourselves how the average Indian would react to a stranded female refugee from Ukraine who desperately needs help. Now watch this scene carefully. Random Indian men who are probably not quite expecting to be approached spontaneously by a female foreigner like that were told that free accommodation was required for an indefinite period. And guess what? Almost all of them very generously offered that their sister or their mother would be more than happy to host a stranded foreign woman in their home for as long as it was required. Some of the most emotional and heartwarming situations were observed when many ordinary Indians, from fruit vendors to street food sellers, simply refused to charge money the moment they believed that the foreigner was a Ukrainian who had fled her home in the conflict zones. Yes, in what could be one of the most dramatic social experiments that has ever been conducted on Indian streets involving a female foreigner, my team and I personally went to dozens of fruit sellers and street food stalls, and almost everyone was ready to help with food items, fruit or whatever they had, the moment they mistakenly perceived or believed that I was a refugee from Ukraine. After the interactions, I personally thanked all these ordinary Indians for their extraordinary generosity and kindness, and I purchased goods from them while making sure that they were paid well and clarifying that I actually come from Poland. As far as the ongoing Ukrainian refugee crisis is concerned, it is important to mention that my country, Poland, has so far received the greatest number of refugees from Ukraine. The UN data shows that more than 4.6 million have fled Ukraine, out of which more than 2.6 million as of April 11th have been received by Poland. My family in Poland has been personally helping the Ukrainian refugees who have arrived in our region, and we will do our best to continue serving and helping them. Many of these people were living a normal life, and that changed dramatically in a matter of weeks. It is time we open our hearts, embrace them, accommodate them, and give them hope. See you again.